could actually use blinking mirror, or we can use to the West Palace too if we want. But let's use blinking mirror first. A new rifle, revolving reed from Sorensen. I went to the professor and fixed up the gears as good as new. Now we can move it anytime we want. A fighter collection from Urim. I shall ask Boston to sell off everything. It might not be a lot of money, but it should help the war effort and all those suffering people, if even a little. Commander of the Western Marine Corps from Lily. I know I said that he was up to something, but there's no sign of anything like that at all. Your Highness and my ladies were absolutely right. Look at me, going around, casting suspicion. I must be a very small person. I don't want to say I'm happy that so many died, but perhaps the phonies from Hout Village will take their art serious now that Lord Varys is gone. Maybe even the true artists will emerge from the ashes of this war. Magic's so scary, I don't want to see it ever again. Can you believe Urim? Who would guess that he would become so mature? If only managed to do it earlier, things would have been different for the Barrows family then. Your Highness, allow me to assist you until you recover the Sun Rune. Besides, if I return home now, I'm sure my father would have more mind games in store for me. What could Lord Gawain be trying to accomplish? Oh, that war's almost over and I still don't have the lovely lady to take back the armors. Little Limmy, little Limmy. If that was the Sun Rune getting such a fascinating research spaceman. So long as rune exists in our world, they will possess unspeakable dangers until we study how to control them. Would you agree? And that's why the subject fascinated me so. Royal Paradise could be increased more. Damn it. Crazy, right? The chin magic also. Damn. Prince, it's a lot easier to stock merchandise now. Gawain used to be my idol. He talked about doing things for the good of the nation. But they were all lies. What a fool I was. Finally, goods are being distributed freely throughout Falena. This is the way I'm supposed to be. Hahaha. The other figure sneezed out, a nearby fellow suddenly found himself in the underground water fiend. It was funny at the time, but when you think about it, it's really quite dangerous. What would happen if the Prince was suddenly warped on the Sun Palace now that he's under Godwin control? Healing the wounds of war from Lucretia. I have to begin this process, but I'm afraid I don't have the skill. I'm the bringer of storm after all. The Assault Mountains, I've got no reason to go back there. You should be able to hold the Sun Rune in check, so long as you have the Dawn Rune and the Twilight Rune. You are now our only hope. Take me to the Assault Mountain. Probably human slaughter isn't over yet? Actually, Leon has been training to regenerate strength for some time now. It shouldn't become as much a surprise seeing how he went from being ridden to the front line. I kept my mouth shut about the matter because I don't want to worry you. I told her 1,000 times not to overdo it, but she wouldn't listen. See? Love you, you know? Really honest, no, it's an injury from rare. Okay. I can't leave while the whereabouts of the Sun Rune remain unknown. If we can crack the code of the Cinder Gears, I'm sure the professor could resolve engineer some amazing stuff. We have been in trouble if Godwin had managed to bring in any foreign army, but it's sure not he never left Falena. The Sun Rune is a rough fighting, but better the rune alone than the rune backed by a whole army. The Twilight Rune from Zwag. Do you remember the carved seal of the Twilight Rune within the ruins in the deep Twilight Forest? You must know where I'm going with this. Kyle from Volga. The reason he left Lekra 10 years ago was because he flirted with the bear's daughter. He had to go. He is into just about every kind of girl, but he's always had a special weakness for upper crust girl with wild sides. And that he is. Everyone from Raffles is helping get things back to normal by transporting people and goods where they're needed. Still, we can't rest easy until the Sun Rune is returned where it belongs. I just hope I won't ever have to redraw my map of Falena again. Okay, that's not the route of Lunas. We went and saw the Aswad Mountain road. It's easy to destroy a path, but it takes much work to restore it. Things have finally settled down. Now comes the real fight. When things settle down, they're gonna make alliance with armies. Couldn't have done it without Sula, of course. Let's hope that friendship lasts a long time. Many lives were lost to Rune Cannon in the Island Liberation War 150 years ago, but most in the island nation have forgotten the terrible toll of that conflict. Seeing the power of the Sun Rune was a painful reminder. Yeah, definitely made the right move when he destroyed the Rune Shell. The power of the Sun Rune sends a chill up on his spine. The one that drives the one who buries a madness. Such massive power only invite misfortune. Our nation Rune Cannon are no different. Some weapons are indeed too powerful for humans to bear. Your Highness, you should get ready with a hearty meal. Zega has befriended you, Prince Freyjadour, but Zega is hardly the type to play body with people. Zega, he must really like you, Prince Freyjadour. I'll go if you tell me too, Prince, but cold weather and me, not bad buzz. Brr. I wish to hear the Dwarmiel Symphony Orchestra. Other many kids like you would appreciate it. Giza wasn't a bad man at heart, but he probably had his own problem to deal with. I'm sure he would have to been proud to die in battle against the prince. Prince, well, am I can do anything I can do to help? This is number 20. Front page. Sun Palace recapture. Princess rescued. The prince force have stormed the imperial capital of Sol-Falena, stamping out the last of the Godwin forces during the assault. Princess Lim's Leia, who had been held captive in the Sun Palace, was finally rescued. The long war against the occupying regime appears to have finally come to an end. But Godwin still Sun Runes, flees. The downtimes have learned that Gizel Godwin, pretender to the position of commander of the Queen's Knight, has died in battle. Almost all remaining Godwin underling, including Queen's Knight Zahak and Elenia, have also fallen in combat. The Godwin faction is now nearly completely annihilated. However, the remains of the occupying regime, including Lord Maskell Godwin himself, have fled Sol-Falena and, in a cowardly and desperate act, seized the Sun Rune and are now at large. With such a powerful weapon still at their disposal, Falena is not yet free from the tyranny of the Godwin faction. Serials. Portrait of the enemy, Maskell Godwin. Now that he has lost Gizel, his only blood relative, and nearly all of his men, we wonder what Maskell would do now. Maskell had a cousin that he was extremely close to ever since childhood, and they continued to be very close even into adulthood. His cousin was Mardas, the man who married Princess Sakurewar, and Maskell was said to have a very loving relationship with his wife, Rosalyn. But Maskell lost both Mardas and Rosalyn during the succession conflict. While these strategies no doubt influenced Maskell's current behavior, there are no excuse for the bloodshed he has brought on this nation. Issue 21, front page. Fetus water level rise rapidly. In an urgent special report, the downtimes have learned that the water level of the Fetus River has risen considerably, quickly reaching dangerous and deadly heights. According to unnamed source within the Loyalist army, it is believed that while Maskell was making his getaway, he used the Sun Rune to melt the asphalt-mounted glacier. His Royal Highness has expressed his intention to go there immediately and investigate. Backpage. Yasuna Village hot springs recover. The downtimes have learned that those Yasuna Village whose very existence had been threatened by an unexplained reduction in hot water volume from its famed hot spring, has experienced a sudden, miraculous recovery. Business at Yasuna, once popular hot spring inn, which had been drastically reduced since the drop in water volume, has now returned to normal. The war is over, and unidentified inn workers claim became beaming with joy. We're back in business. Material. Portraits of the enemy, the Sun Rune. The Sun Rune is one of the 27 true runes, and also a symbol of the Queendom of Falena. The Sun Rune, however, has revealed its frightening side to its people. This weapon of unimaginable power is now in the possession of Lord Godwin. According to investigation by Zweig and others, an inscription on an ancient tablet gives precise instruction on how to draw out the Sun Rune power. Maskell apparently broke this tablet with him to the Sun Palace. If Maskell is still able to unleash this power, must we fight the Sun Rune as our enemy? And can we hope to win such a battle? Many feel that only the Prince Dawn rune and Leon Swallow rune can stand up to such a brutal power. Prince, we're gonna help you to the very end. We said we'll help, and what we're gonna do, but you better make this quick, human. Can we get yet? It may not be a big ton score like Zweig or anything, so take this for what it's worth. But I think Lady Silent's whole plan was to help you and the princess. She went about it a crazy way, but I think she thought she was doing the right thing. Okay, Silence, what she do is actually she wants to cleanse the her Sanats, so she kills Barrows, and she also wants to kill Godwin in the end. War just seemed never end, does it? I was really looking forward to writing a big 3-day article, but they'll have to wait, my loyal readers. Lady Subtle wills is my command, Lady Subtle comment is my desire, Lady Subtle desire is my duty. Freak. Scary too. Seems I cannot yet leave this land, at least not while there is still evil to be dealt with. Bald-headed human will zap us all if you don't do something. So come on, human, do something. I've been playing it straight for so long, but I just can't stand it anymore. I want to cheat. I want to rip someone off. Prince, I didn't see you there. I want to rip your clutch off, handsome. Scary. I'll flag with you till the end, Prince. So we could concentrate on getting things back to normal, but the resistance just won't end. That filthy devil Godwin have been defeated, but now all the excitement gone from life somehow. It'll be difficult to steal the sun rune from Lord Godwin, even for a master thief such as myself. It'll take for too long to dig all the way to Oswald. When the war is over, we'll have to find work somewhere else, but as long as Mueller by my side, it doesn't matter where that somewhere else is. And they're scary, you know? Our battlefield points were legendary. We've gained much prestige, so our next contract should be quite lucrative. And I never served under someone as cool as you, all the ladies, and you're a pretty cool guy too, man. Hey George, what are you doing here? Don't think about silence now. Just focus on what you got to do. I'm sure that's what she would want you to do. Damn bald-headed idiot. He just won't give up, will he? I never thought I'd see that light again. The same one that scorched lonely 2 years ago. Don't get me wrong, I held no grudge against Queen Arston. But of all people, those despicable Godwin don't deserve to use it. More than half the militias returned to their homes, since there's unlikely to be not a big conflict. The dog here was itching to go off on his own, so I hung on some trees around his neck and sent him on his way. Guess he was inspired by your highness' determination. Ah, what a fine sound. Just wanna rest Dragon Horse? No. Action I can still have, Prince. Come on, let's all in the action. Rank. It's in the Oswald Mountain, so cold weather is problem for dragon horses. Most dragon horses all lands still make it no problem. I might say the current situation might have been avoided had the dragon cavalry acted sooner. Maybe the system by which we operate need to be revised. Win the bad, never mind, I'm just talking to myself. That's rude if he could give me a ride on lanes, but he said no. I even flirted with him a little, but that didn't seem to help at all. There's something up with that guy. He gave you a ride before, didn't he, Prince? No fair. I'll ride a dragon horse one of these days, though. Tried to take the dragon horse back to Saronix, but they can't seem to part with the wonderful bat here. Let's try to get in the bat before we leave, and as soon as we come back, we don't know what to do about it. The prince is back, and the war has ended, but your highness' battle is not over yet. I saw this issue to the very end. I want to see about repairing Sol-Falena Dam, but this doesn't appear to be the right time for that. Get still anywhere you want, Prince. This here nation... Ours again, alright. My friends wanna go fishing? No. Chicken. We older folks were among the greatest heroes in this war. And yes, I've been meaning to ask. Young one, what were we fighting about again? Old man? Okay, there's nothing here actually. My father Hatsbury's, Giselle, and Lady Silence too have fallen. This the end result of the crimes the House of Bears committed 2 years ago? Then why do I yet live? No, you needn't worry. I will not take my own life. To find eternal peace through such a painless death wouldn't be fair to the countless many who so tragically died. My fashion fog past of a brother will try to take me back to Warmers, but I shall not go so easily. My name is Josephine. I will no longer answer to the name Yuma Falia. I am a fashion diva on a quest for the finer things in life. I shall not return to a culture backwater such as Armors. The Sun Rune is still in Lord Godwin's hand. From Armor's point of view, nothing has changed so long as he has it. It always brightened my day, pretty boy. Damn it all, I told that what's left was to rebuild Blackler. Once the restoration of Blackler gets on track, I'll have to figure out what to do with myself and my henchmen. Levi said he wanted to know where Ernest when he was possessed by the rune. He said he might just find something out if we search around there. I wonder what Roy's gonna do now. He can't go back to being a bandit, and neither can me and my sister. Seems sure I snap out of it, but I wonder what if he's really okay. But I guess it's really none of my business. Leon better's okay now, right? You better keep an eye on her. That old Gulling's guys from Lord Lake, right? Don't worry, withdrawal will help. Falcon still hasn't shown any signs of accepting my challenge, therefore I cannot leave. The House of Varys and Godwin have fallen. Falena is finally free of the yoke of the corrupt nobility. Was this Lady Sally to him all along? Aha, okay. Well, Raffle can get to almost any part of Falena, but I don't think Boots can scale the mountain. Aha, it's some Mr. like curry. I heard some Mr. like curry, a bit of surprise really. What? Read it, please read it for me. Write it down in the comment. New rifle from Phelan. You've got the wrong idea, Prince. I really don't have problem with that bodyguard girls of yours. Can you tell her that, please? Ending from this Sarah. Yoren, Freyjadour, Toma. But we're getting too old for this Sarah, man. Okay. We're going to the East Palace. Can we go from Sol-Falena? Let's try it out. Can we go from Sol-Falena to the East Palace? I forgot the door is... yeah. Cannot go from here. So to go to East Palace, you need to go from Stonefish first. Stonefish. Get the place, and from here, just follow the road. And yeah, it's a blue dragon. Let's just attack usual. Vermilion Sky and Crimson Sky. We'll get for this. The Mara check, water selling page painting. Okay, this is the West Palace. Yeah, West Palace, I mean, not East Palace. Welcome to the West Palace, Your Highness. Now the Twilight Rune's gone. Things are very quiet around here. There are only few of us left. And Spoon Ring, okay. Let's Spoon Keep. I think there's another great treasure here. Yeah, there. Advanced combat. Now we could also max our combat skill to SS. That's what we really need actually in here. But it's not enough. There's also another epic here. It's our duty here at the West Palace to ensure the safekeeping of the Twilight Rune. Although that duty only been a name since Alenia took it away. At least we can rest easy now that we know it's safe in your hand. Illusion tactic. It is... let's see. Let's stand on all attribute. Crazy, right? Leon, are you alright? Is the Twilight Rune? It's okay. Everything's fine. But what about Xylids? Never mind. I understand. Okay, there should be one more thing. There is an epic here. Inside here. Yeah. Zen Sword epic. It's skill. This is... Attack and incarnation. What? Not really useful. Not really useful. Damn it. Now you have possession of the Twilight Rune, Leon, and the Prince has the Dawn Rune. There must be some kind of force at work here that we don't know or understand. The Twilight Rune is your responsibility now, Leon. Yes, sir. A ceremony is held for royal family members to receive the blessing of the Dawn Rune upon their engagement. Another is held for them to receive the blessing of the Twilight Rune upon their marriage. During these ceremonies, they are allowed to possess the rune only for a short time. Those who complete both ceremonies may possess the Sun Rune. This is why only the Queen can possess the Sun Rune. As luck would have it, Sally didn't receive the blessing of the Dawn Rune upon her engagement. Otherwise, when she managed to possess the Twilight Rune, she would have gained the power to possess the Sun Rune too. Okay, I think that's it. Not much to talk to here. Let's exit and back to Sol-Falena. Where's Sol-Falena? Oh, there's. Of course, we cannot go here. Let's go back.